What's good, y'all? It is Elijah Boy. Let's get into this review, man. So Friday Night SmackDown was in Tempe. Was it Tempe, Tempe, Arizona? I believe is how you pronounce it. We start the show backstage where Cody Rhodes is walking and he meets up with Big Jim. Big Jim, you know what I'm saying? Jimmy Uso backstage. And he hit him with like the cleanest dap I ever seen. He like, what up, man? What up? What's up, homie? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cody. Y'all know Cody Rhodes always invited to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking the shirt right now. Y'all see it. Look at him all happy and stuff. I'm black. No, you're not black, bro. Anyway, moving on. So Cody basically asked Jimmy, what's up, and Jimmy was talking like, I'm trying to figure out what happened to my cuz, you know what I'm saying? We ride for the family out here, you feel me? You know what I mean? So he tried to figure out what happened to Jacob, because it's still up in the air who attacked him. Drew denies being responsible, but Jimmy wants to find out, so he wants to know where Nick Aldis' office is, and Cody's like right over there. And also, before Jimmy walks away, Cody asks him, how are you feeling about what happened on Raw? For those who've seen Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso won the Battle Royal, but he eliminated Jimmy in the process. So Jimmy was like, how you think I feel? How would you feel? And Cody referenced the natural, Dustin Rhodes. Don't worry, I got Tic Tacs, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just blow my breath on y'all like that. Anyway, Cody's like, he gets it, you know what I'm saying? I'm very curious to see where Jimmy and Jay go from here. Like, it's very interesting to me. I'm very curious. Anyways, Jimmy was clearly upset, and he said, Cody was like, I'm going to go talk to the people, while Jimmy goes and talks to Nick Aldis. So Cody comes out to the ring, adrenaline in the soul, something, Snicker bars. I don't know. I'm going to learn the lyrics one of these years. Anyway, so, wow. Cody comes down and says, Tampa, what do you want to talk about? And, basically goes into a promo about Drew and saying, should he apologize for his actions last week? And Drew comes through the crowd and says, I don't want your excuses. You people, you cheer corporate Cody Rhodes, and you boo Drew McIntyre, Basically, Drew says, I hate the bloodline. I hate their family, but I did not attack Jacob Fatu. It could have been anybody, Cody. It could have been you. It could have been the butler. It could have been Jimmy Uso. Think about it. His brother gets a world title shot, and he didn't. Maybe he took a page out of his wife's playbook. I'm like, right? So then Jimmy shows up out of nowhere and starts like beating, attacking Drew McIntyre. And next thing you know, security basically separates them both, and then a match is made, like a no disqualification for Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Also, fun fact from what I read in the comments in one of the videos, apparently there's a security guard by the name of Doug. Is it Malo? He was the one that stopped Roger Jackson from beating on Psycho Stu. For those who've heard about that story, apparently he played as one of the security guards, which pretty cool. So shout out to that guy who saved a fellow wrestler's life and all that stuff. So I gotta give props for that. Next, Shinsuke Nakamura. If I miss anything from the show, I apologize, but I'm just going by what I saw. Shinsuke Nakamura teamed with Rey Fenix versus Tama Tonga and JC Mateo. Why does JC Mateo sound like his last name sound like a meal, don't it? Like Mateo. Hey man, can I get an order of Mateo? All right, moving on. Pretty standard match. There was one part of the match that made me laugh a little bit. So JC is with Phoenix in the match, right? And Phoenix basically he does like the that thing on the ropes wrestlers do where they be jumping like one, uh, 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 right? And he hits the arm drag. And I'm like, come on now. Like, JC, I would have looked at him like, bro, what did you do? Man, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. When we get to the end of the match, Tala Tonga choke slams Rey Fenix on the hardest part of the ring behind the referee's back and secured the win for the MFTs. That's pretty much what happened there. Next, another match. Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James, non-title. Tiffany hits a swanton and hits the PME, prettiest moonsault ever, for the win. Julia starts attacking her. Literally started to like beat the brakes off of Tiff. And then Jade Cargill's music hits. She makes the save. And Jade was dressed like she was guest starring in Tekken or something as a DLC character, that outfit. Then she hands Tiffany the title, holds her arms up, the music plays, and then out of nowhere, Jade clotheslines her and basically hits a vicious assault on Tiffany Stratton. Apparently, Michael Cole says Jade's been voicing her frustration these past few months. So I guess she caught the Naomi bug, if you will. I don't know why, but I was like picturing JR talking, like doing commentary for that part because Michael Cole was pretty, like, oh my gosh, Jade Cargill's attacking Tiffany. If it was JR, I'd be like, what has gotten into her? What are you doing? Get off her. What's wrong with you? JR would have made it all emotional. Like, come on, what has gotten into Jade Cargill? She is beating Tiffany Stratton's. So I guess Jade has joined the dark side of the Force. We go into another moment here. Here we go. I was about to say Jade Dragunov. Oh my God. Ilya Dragunov comes out with the brand new United States champion. Loving reaction from the fans. They chanted, "You deserve it." I'm loving the love that Ilya is getting. To me, he is so freaking great in that ring. I could watch his matches every day, bro. So basically, he cuts a promo about his recovery, saying there were times where he had a lot of highs and extremely lows and everything like that, but he never gave up, and the crowd loves him. I know he got like a tattoo on his neck and chest. Hey, it's I don't know. It's a little weird to look at. I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to it. Maybe that's what it is. So he said he gives credit to Sami Zayn and that he's going to host an open challenge for the U.S. Championship and let him out. And then Aleister Black, African-American, comes out with Zelina Vega. So they do their match. Towards the end, Ilya was going for an H-bomb, but Zelina Vega yanks his leg out. And the referee, they always got to be dramatic. He's like, what are you doing? You know what? You're out of here, and she starts to leave. And then, all rise. Damian Priest music comes out, and he walks up. Aleister Black's completely distracted. He takes off the glasses, and you can see like the scar from the fireball. And Ilya hits that flying missile headbutt of his, my gosh, and is able to secure the win over Aleister Black and retains the title. And then Priest starts attacking Aleister Black, places him on the table, puts a chair underneath his skull, right? And I believe he may have been going for a concerto courtesy of the original leader of the Judgment Day. Wink, wink, if you know, you know. But Zelina basically jumps on Priest's back and digs into his eye, right? And is able to basically distract him long enough for her and Aleister Black to escape. So their feud is far from over. All right. Let's get to the main event. Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre. In a no disqualification. They just start right out the gate. Pretty standard no DQ match. They were throwing each other from pillar to post. Jimmy even had help from a fan so he could climb on the barricade, which has to be pretty cool. Imagine you pay a front row ticket and you help a wrestler with like a move. And then Drew like threw Jimmy like, on the hard floor, bro. But essentially, Drew McIntyre, when Jimmy goes for a dive, Drew throws a chair at him. Then he hits a Claymore kick for the win. And then Drew proceeds to continuously beat on Jimmy and basically was telling him, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I may have shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. You know, whatever he said, right? And then Cody Music's hits. Cody's sprinting in that tracksuit and all that stuff. Then he basically knocks Drew out the ring. But while Cody's distracted checking on Jimmy Uso, Drew hits a Claymore kick. And that is how the show ended. So the mystery continues. The biggest highlights from this is obviously Jade Cargill attacking Tiffany Stratton. Drew maintains his innocence. He didn't attack Jacob Fatu. Who did? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Who do you think did it? There's a lot of suspects. Could be a lot. Could have been me. No, I'm joking. It wasn't me. Obviously. Are you kidding me? Why would I attack Jacob Fatu, bro? I like my teeth where they are. So, you know. Or maybe it could have been you watching this video. Where were you on the day that Jacob Fatu was attacked? Huh, viewer? Was it you? Did you do it? Anyways, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I'll see you all next time.